Hey there everyone, this is Cass with SCNS Live. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to check out the video version of this, you can check it out on YouTube. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all at SCNS Live. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you guys out there in the Super Cool Nation for joining us tonight for episode 2 from this season. We are talking sequels that took way too damn long in celebration of, Kingdom Hearts 3 being released this week. And we need to hurry and get the show done so I can go back to playing that. Anyway, I am Jason the X. Thank y'all for joining us out there. The lady over here, that's Kat.
Hi.
You got the face.
I got the face on.
The face done. The face
Yes.
done.
This is cat now, not just
this-
cat.
this is
cat.
I like that.
Cat.
You gotta pop the T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to drive Cora crazy.
Yeah.
Cat. Gotta watch those P's and T's.
And those flat A's.
And joining in on the shenanigans over there, ladies and gentlemen, Cass.
What's up?
And special guest joining us tonight, Aaron Prado from Wonder Twin Powers Activate Show.
Hey, what's going on, people? Thank
Oh,
you so much for having me again.
Always
for my
good to
second-
have you on the show.
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate it.
It's always fun. And behind the camera over there, making everything look pretty and sound good, it's Cora.
What's up?
Hey, you got the safety on this time? Oh, no, shoot me, please.
In the throat.
That's what happens if your phone goes
Please
off.
go watch the hype. Oh, God, don't give her ideas.
Yeah, she just shoots you with Diva's gun if it goes off.
That's 2 shows where phones have gone off, so I don't blame her, honestly.
That's funny.
Oh, you didn't have
Did
your
you
mic
forget
over
your
there.
mic?
Did you just talk without your microphone?
That's beautiful.
She's like, I know what I'm doing.
So I only said one word.
What's funny, if you watch the hype vid, she tries to blast me and doesn't. And I laugh, and after the camera gets turned off, I got shot right in the throat.
Right in the throat.
In mid-laugh, too. So
That was entertaining.
Yeah,
That was
I
entertaining.
still feel really bad.
you should feel bad for
Don't
that.
feel bad. He deserved it.
No, she should feel bad. Make her feel bad.
It was absolutely hysterical, though. So
deserve to be
I mean,
shot.
there's not much remorse there.
Well, if you didn't know, we've got something planned for another video with Nerf guns, and that's always a good combination. So anyway, thank you all for joining us, like I said, and let's kick it off with some super cool nerd news.
I always get in trouble for that.
What
Being
the-
like, did it?
Did it?
I keep forgetting the video's not on the thing.
What?
Because I'm so used to it being there.
This show is off the rails.
Aw.
I think it
So-
took a record, 3-4 minutes.
Almost 3.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a record for us.
Yeah. Usually it's less than 1:30.
Less than-
Yeah. So anyway, back onto my news story. So while at San Diego Comic-Con, I believe it was the year before last, we noticed some great artwork. It was just great. It was the original Teen Titans from Cartoon Network beating the holy living pudding out of the new cast of Teen Titans Go. And I sat there and looked at that mural for what seemed hours on end. Just looking at Robin throttling annoying Robin, and it was great. It was great. And I always wondered what they were going to do with it, and I kind of forgot about it. Well, somebody actually asked Carrie Payton, who is the voice of Cyborg, and also on Walking Dead, and also on The New Outsiders for DC Universe. He's everywhere. Great voice actor.
Yeah.
But they asked him about that, and he mentioned they've already recorded audio for Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go. Here's the catch. He said, we did that a long time ago. He said, I've already worked the stuff for Outsiders. We filmed so many episodes of Teen Titans Go. So this audio is done and out there somewhere. It's just the animation is being worked on. So everybody, there is hope. If you watch Teen Titans Go to the movie and you stomach through that, it actually bad.
What?
There
I liked it.
well, you probably know about the stinger at the end.
Yeah.
And so this is still happening. I don't see them recording a full, however much they did. and not using it. So yeah, at some point we are going to get Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, and I couldn't be happier. So bring it on. Let's get rid of Teen Titans Go. Even though people seem to like it. Anyway, that's my story. So Cass, what have you got for us this week?
Speaking of The Walking Dead,
Pro segues.
so
We know what we're doing
if you're a big fan of The Walking Dead, you will probably know that Robert Kirkman is the creator of The Walking Dead. He wrote the comic books, involved in the TV show. So, looking at the right camera.
Pro move. Way to go.
So, if you're a big fan of him, you've heard about the show Invincible that is coming out. We have a couple of new cast members. Steven Yeun, who was obviously in The Walking Dead for a couple of years.
May
also
still
have-
be.
May
Hashtag
still be.
no spoilers.
Yeah, he had kind of an eye problem. Anyway.
Yeah, little correction. We also have J.K. Simmons. If you don't
I'm
know
sold.
who he is J. Jonah Jameson in the original Spider-Man
Sold.
trilogy.
Sold.
He is also in that garbage movie Whiplash. But he's an amazing actor. We also have a star-studded cast. I'm just seeing this list for the first time. We have Seth Rogen, Gillian Jacobs from Community. We have Andrew Reynolds, who you will know from the Book of Mormon. Zazie Beetz, who you may know as Domino from Deadpool 2.
Oh, so cool.
Kevin Michael Richardson, if you've ever heard a beautiful, deep voice in your cartoon, it was Kevin Michael Richardson. We have Mae Whitman, who you may know as her from Arrested Development. Mark Hamill, you might have heard of him.
Who?
I mean, slightly.
He's
Who's
like
that?
this local
Some
actor.
guy?
He's okay.
Just his actor.
Sandra Oh, Grey's Anatomy recently hosted the Golden Globes. Obviously, J.K. Simmons.
Jeez.
Jason Mantzoukas, who you may know recently from The Good Place, where he played Derek. He was also on
The
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
League.
He was on The League.
He's best known, I think, for the League,
League.
probably.
Amazing.
As the crazy off his
Holy
rocker
crap,
guy.
this cast.
Amazing actor. Walton Goggins, who
Love
you may
Walton
know from
Goggins.
Justified. And Chris Diamantopoulos, who is every white guy I've ever seen. Amazing cast. I'm very excited for this.
Very diverse.
I am
impressed with
so
the
excited
diversity.
about this.
Yeah, I'm really.
I love the
excited.
comic book. It ended its run, but Invincible is a great comic.
And The Walking Dead is a really good story.
But
Sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't like gross waterlogged zombies, but other than that.
The zombie in the
Yeah.
well.
And then they had this whole like swamp trudging
Yeah,
thing
that
that
was-
got pretty
I didn't like
gross.
Nasty.
that. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
They have a thing with just like,
have they
let's
given
make
us?
this as gross as possible.
Have they given us a date on that?
On Invincible, I don't believe so. But I might be wrong.
Ever since they announced, it, I've been excited
It
about
was
that.
announced June last year.
I love that you're seeing Mae Whitman again. Like she
Yeah.
first like got cast in Independence Day when she was like 6
Yeah,
in the
she's
OG
the little
Independence
girl.
Day.
The original. Yeah.
She's the president's daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then she was in Arrested Development. You
I am
didn't see
so
her for a
old.
while. She was in
She was in that like fugly movie.
Duff.
Yeah,
And then she was in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I think?
I think
Briefly?
so.
Anyway.
was she one of the evil exes?
I don't remember.
Okay, I
honestly.
have to look.
That was a great movie.
She's great. She's a great actress. She's a lot of fun in every single one of her roles.
She doesn't take herself too seriously,
really
or she could not be on Arrested Development, where they called her Egg and Anne and
She's
Ham and just everything.
And she's George Michael's girlfriend, and she just gets blasted every single time she's on screen.
I think it's best summed up in the under her yearbook picture it says not pictured. Like as the most forgettable face ever. But she's lovely. I like her.
All right.
Yeah.
Aaron, did you bring a story tonight, or you just participating?
No, I did, but it's about the movies and the length it took to get there. And
Tell us a story.
Oh, okay. I got a good one.
This is literally
All right.
the topic.
Okay, so like, if you know me, some people do, some people don't. When I was a kid, I was huge and still kind of am, but I was super obsessed with Star Wars growing up. I was like, that was my thing. That was my gig. That was my obsession, right? So one day back in 4th grade, I had a fever, and I went home and I'm taking a nap. You know how you are in fevers, right? You're in and out of the sleep thing. So just so happens that one of these times that I wake up and I'm on the couch, the TV happened to be on the local station, and the news was playing, right? And at that moment, it was like a magical sort of synchronicity sort of happened, you know, like all these stars aligned. And in this fever haze that I was in, the person on the television was like, just announced that George Lucas is going to be making 3 new movies, a new trilogy, and it's going to be a prequel. You know, there was no DVR, or I had a VHS, but I'm not, you know, I didn't have a tape ready to record this. I just came out of a fever haze. So like that moment, I was like, oh my God, I got to tell everybody I know, right? So I passed back out, of course, because, you know, I was feeling ill. Then the next day I go, and probably from that day forward for many years, I didn't shut up about it kind of thing, right? So that was 87. So I had to wait from 87 to 99 before The Phantom Menace came out. And all that time, and you got to remember, there's no internet, there's just talking to your friends and getting information passed around that way, right? So you got a lot of people making up things and having to correct them because I saw them tell the information, so I know what it is. Like somebody told me, it's going to take, because Timothy Zahn series that he made, what was it called? Yeah, it's the Timothy Zahn trilogy with
it was one following Return
with Thrawn and whatnot, right? It was like 3 or 5 years after the fact. Some people were saying it was that. I'm like, no. I heard it was a prequel, blah, blah, blah. I got into that, those type of conversations. Well, finally, 99 comes around, right? Me and my buddy Steven and his wife, we go to the theater in downtown Fort Worth, and I'm so excited. Like, I mean, I'm wearing, this is Adidas Star Wars right here. I love this jacket. I only wear this on special occasions. I wore it because I was talking Star Wars tonight, so I figured, what the hell? And
we qualified for
right?
special occasions.
So I go into this movie super stoked that this is going to be the most amazing thing. I've been waiting so long, 12 years, however long it was, right? I get in there, the Star Wars comes up, the music plays, you got John Williams, and you're like, oh my God, yeah. You're completely fanboying out, in my case, fangirl out, others. But, a few minutes goes by, and you start realizing, oh no, what the heck's going on here? You got Jar Jar Binks shows up, and if you're not familiar with The Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks is not the most liked character in the Star Wars universe, right? So, yeah, I had that, and it was like, have y'all ever seen The People vs. Lucas?
Yeah.
It's a great documentary that completely explains my emotional tragedy that's in my soul from that moment of time. It's like, I felt like Lucas had betrayed the ones that gave him all our money in the first place. It's like, I sold my soul to Lucas many years ago. For real, like, I switched over to PlayStation 4 because Xbox wasn't going to put out a Star Wars Edition PlayStation. I got the Darth Vader one, right?
Yeah.
Before that, I had the R2-D2 Xbox 360 that was still, you hit the button and go, I still love that thing. It says, may the Force be with you, or is it Obi-Wan, please help us? Something like that on the front shelf. But anyways, yeah, that was such... That change, but you know what? It's been a personal growth because as you get older, I let go of the anger and the hate,
And realize it's not wrong for somebody to make changes to something he created.
Well, not just that.
How dare he?
Well, it's not just that, but it's like I can get why kids like it, but I own them. It's not like I don't own them. It's not like I didn't go to every opening Friday night that they put them out. So I'm not one of those I'm never gonna people are reacting to the Last Jedi. I'm not. It's like I liked Last Jedi. I wasn't that big of a deal.
Too.
It was fine with me. But there's a lot of hate for that movie.
Oh yeah.
And people are like, they didn't go see Solo because of how bad Last Jedi is.
And Solo was good.
Yeah, I own it. I bought it. It's the only one I've bought since Return of the Jedi. From way back in the day. But yeah, it's that was one of those times that I realized for the first moment that sometimes your childhood is just your childhood and it's not what it is anymore, kind of thing. And it was a nice little lesson for me to get through as an adult male, or male. I don't know why I said that, but as myself, I guess because I was trying to.
I just say male because
myself. I love
as far as the adult part.
But yeah, that was kind of my little personal little stories that I have for waiting a long time to get to something and then just sort of being,
How did you feel about The Force Awakens?
I liked it. I was fine. Yeah.
I felt like it was a better, like, continuation of the story than the prequels. Although I didn't hate The Phantom Menace. I just hated the two after that.
I had a friend come over. He was younger than myself. He came over and he tried to get me to like. And this is back when I was still feisty about it. And I was like, literally, like, hey man, if you don't shut up about that movie, you gotta leave. Like, I'm not. I was very. I did not like the prequels. I thought they ruined every. I was basically the same people that are mouthing off on the Last Jedi. That's who I was back in my 20s when people would talk about, like, you know, the Phantom Menace, or, well, with the exception of the third one. What was it? Oh, jeez, Pete. Sith. Yeah, that one was. Yeah, I was like, all right, that's not too bad. That was about as close to Star Wars as I've seen. But
we're not live on Facebook, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties.
Uh-oh.
Darn you,
That might
Facebook.
We are hopefully now.
You gotta love that, huh?
Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I liked The Phantom Menace. I got that little chill with a double-ended lightsaber.
Right,
Ray
okay.
Parks was so cool.
He was the coolest part of the entire movie, right?
And just like Darth Vader, they didn't overexpose him.
No, not whatsoever.
Like,
They killed him off pretty quick. I was
well,
so
yeah.
sad when they basically bubble fedded him in a way where they just took
They're
out.
like, oh, here's a thing that probably won't
let me
become
take it away from
huge.
you.
How about
Yeah.
we kill him?
And thank God for the Clone Wars because they brought him back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I liked the first one. I didn't get that Star Wars feeling again until, like, I didn't see the originals in the theater.
No, I'm not old
I
enough for that.
I wasn't
I would have been
born.
1 year old when the first one came out.
I wasn't
Born
born.
yet.
So, yeah, so I liked the, but the prequels I saw in the theater, none of them gave me that Star Wars feeling
No.
until The Force Awakens did. And then Rogue One gave me that Darth Vader chill that I'd never felt
At the very
before.
end. That was
When
awesome.
he walks out, I'm like, oh, he's scary.
And I'm not even that big of a fan of Rogue One, but that end scene alone is worth the whole
Oh yeah,
ticket price.
I audibly yelped in the theater that, like, oh no, but this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, they're screwed, but this is gonna look good.
Yes. Him just running through that hallway, just chopping people down. I was like, finally we get to see Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Finally.
And I like going right up until.
I loved Rogue One for what it was. I thought it was courageous of them, spoiler alert, to kill off everyone.
Well, yeah.
Like, that was bold. And
I
I
dig
didn't
that.
think they would be able to do that. I liked it that none of the characters were, like, heroes per se. And
Sure.
they're like, they just did the right thing.
No, they were soldiers. They did dirt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. They were soldiers, and it was just a picture of the sacrifice.
Oh,
that
thinking
they
about
made.
getting a little off topic, but if you ever get a chance to do
we're way off topic.
the VR experience, at the Void, the Star Wars one, if you ever get it, it's short, it's a little pricey, it's $30, it's like 10 minutes, 12 minutes long. It takes place right there in Rogue One, though. It's the reason why it popped in my
Yeah.
head. I did it, and I was like, I want to live in this thing. It was one of the coolest things. I got a good little beer buzz before I went in because I got a bar right there next to it. I was like, there's only one way to do this show. So I did that, went in there. Man, that was so much fun.
Yeah,
It was so much fun.
that's cool.
The whole time I'm like just looking up and looking down because, you know, it's 3D. You're in a virtual world, right? And stormtroopers are popping up. Oh, and then I got hit in the chest, right? Because you're wearing this vest. And it has like a little thump pad in it so you can feel where you get hit. And I was like, no way. And they got physical thing. Ooh, well, spit now. Sorry about that. But they actually have physical stuff that you could touch. And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's so cool. It's a little pricey, but well, I think it's worth it. Yeah, if you get a chance, go do it. Sorry.
No, I like it.
We're getting back on news now.
Yes.
Hannah, what you got this week?
I don't know
Cora.
who Hannah is.
I'm sorry, Cora, what have you got this week? Oh boy, I exposed her. Anyway. Oh no! No!
Cover your
no!
throat.
Not in the
Cover your
face!
throat.
Not in the face! This is the moneymaker.
Do it. It doesn't make money.
Did you just hit yourself in the face with
No.
the pen?
Laugh again. No. Alright, anyways, getting back on topic. We're talking about movies, and I actually have an announcement to make with a movie involving Nicolas Cage.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
And
That's usually a good sign.
and H.P. Lovecraft.
Better.
See, there is going to be a movie coming out. They've started filming called The Color Out of Space. So the movie's going to be based on the H.P. Lovecraft short story of the same name, and Nicolas Cage is going to be working with the studio. This is not the first time he's worked with the studio. I cannot remember the name of the studio now that I'm doing this story.
Is it the same one that did Mandy?
Yes, it is the same one that did Mandy,
That was a crazy movie.
which Nicolas Cage also was in.
That's why it popped in my head.
Right, and so they've already worked with him before. They really liked it, so they're working with him again. He's also going to be working with Stan. I wish I'd written down the name of the director. Hold on.
Stan Lee.
It's not Stan Lee. That's for
Too
sure.
soon.
Dude, oh, I'm sorry. God bless your soul. R.I.P.
I mean, you could pay Nicolas Cage to do anything right now.
Right now, you can't. For
We can
real.
afford to have him
Oh,
on
yeah.
this show.
Mhm.
That'd be nice.
sweet.
That'd be really fun, actually. Can we?
I would love to ask him about his hair. Like,
Welcome
he
to
was
an all-new
way
episode
more
of Best
bald
Seen
back
This
in the
Live.
day than he
We're
is now.
offline.
Where?
Facebook.
Facebook is just not holding us
Ooh,
then.
Facebook is really screwing up tonight.
Yeah.
YouTube okay? Because
Yeah.
what, y'all do
I don't
YouTube?
know.
Twitch?
you-
Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, we
YouTube
got-
and Twitch are still doing fine, but it looks like Facebook doesn't like
Yeah,
us
we
right
have
now.
I think 128 upload.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah.
That was nice.
I don't know what that means.
All right, I'm
Gigs
128
up.
gigs.
Yeah.
trying it
It's good. It's a good
again.
pipe.
What
It's
is
a
it
good pipe.
doing with Facebook tonight?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
That was my
sure.
nickname in high school.
Anyway,
Good pipe. That was a good one.
gotta get my face protection in case she decides to shoot me. Okay, so I'll vamp while Cora gets the show back together.
Sorry,
Did you get everything, or?
The director he's going to be working with is Richard Stanley.
Oh,
He hasn't done like Hollywood level, like Hollywood popularity style movies, but he does have a background in horror and psychological horror movies. I kind of looked through his filmography. I'm really excited for this, by the way. Like, I haven't seen Mandy.
Oh my god, it's
But-
so crazy.
I just from looking at the images from just trying to find one for the show, it looks pretty gruesome and brutal, and Nicolas Cage actually kind of scares me in those screenshots.
It's not a bad movie. It's visually out there. I mean, it's a trip. Like, I've never seen anything quite like it before.
I love one of the comments from the chat. I feel Cage has the right amount of madness for Lovecraftian lore. And they're absolutely right.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's so down on or down far from where he's fallen from the top that he's good for those type of roles now.
He was good in Spider-Man. So.
He was in Spider-Man?
He,
Yeah.
Which one?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why.
He played
Yeah.
one of the versions.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about hearing about that. Yeah, he was also Superman in, wasn't the Batman?
Teen Titans Go.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
it was. I was going to say the Lego Batman, but I knew that didn't sound
No,
right.
that's Channing Tatum.
That's right.
All right. Well, Kat, instead of telling everybody that Facebook hates us tonight,
It does.
It
It really does.
It really sucks.
That's okay. I'm not a big fan of it ever.
So what have you got for us this week?
Okay, so EA did an EA thing this week.
Oh, God.
If you subscribe to gaming news, then you have seen a lot about Anthem. It's a new RPG. It's
I'm
coming out
stoked.
February 15th, I think.
So it's like right around the corner.
Yeah, and everyone is talking about it. I don't know, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever. Well, EA, being the company that they are, this week released a confusing and over the top and just stupid spreadsheet from a Twitter that I
Oh.
don't think was ironically named EA Help. Maybe it should have been.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's like, oh, here's how you can play Anthem. You can play the trial, and if you pre-order and you have the premium, you can play it on this date. And if you don't have the premium, but you do the trial, then you cannot play it from here to here. And it reminds me of that, the Always Sunny, like, with all the red all over the wall. And it's like, that's what this spreadsheet is.
What
It's
is this even? Just
depending
EA is
on their
such a
level
mess.
of access. I don't know. It makes me concerned about the game itself, and I know that's stupid because
Well,
I know that those
That game
who,
looks amazing,
who
though.
design the game are not the people who design the help, but like UI is pretty important. and they just failed it on every level. And so now people are mad that they can't play it if they can even understand the spreadsheet, and they're mad about the premium, and they're mad about the levels of access, and they're mad about... And just get it together, EA. Just take all your stuff and put it in a backpack if you have to, and get your stuff together.
Get it together.
Get it together. Get it together. EA.
Life lesson. Get it together.
Seriously, I almost got recruited to work for them once upon a
Really?
time, making really good money, but like,
That's a corporate
it's
gig right
EA.
there. Uh-huh. You know, they used to be, I mean, like, you gotta think, like, they're date back all the way to, like, the Atari, back when I was growing up as a little kid, and they put out a lot of really cool games, so it's kind of sad to see, you know, them get to this
It's not
point.
even just that. They're supposed
They
to
want
be
the
the
money.
worst one to work for.
That's
they
right,
have
yeah.
like they have deadlining issues, which coders across the board have, but they have them like nobody's business with these long shifts and this unpaid
18-hour
overtime.
days,
and
60-hour or
Is
80-hour
EA,
weeks.
is EA run by monkeys?
Yeah.
I just I
Chat's
don't-
awesome on YouTube there.
Code
I think that's
monkeys.
asking too much of EA.
Just
Function is a real company. Yeah.
Right.
Me too.
I mean, you've made enough money. Just hire one
You ruined
person.
Star Wars. You ruined Star Wars.
Talking about Battlefront?
You crapped over your game 2 days before release. Shut up until the at least under that. Don't fire festival your game.
Just because
2 days
you made
before release.
a garbage fire of your own game does not mean that you're not one of the game company. Looking at
And stop
Bethesda.
stop taking good studios out back and shooting them.
That's the worst.
There is so much salt flying around in here.
I'm just
loving
saying,
it.
like, in between several of them, I would rather work for Telltale. And if I had, I would be out of the job right now. Like,
I was heartbroken when Telltale went
I
down.
know, me too.
That was rude, but I absolutely understand.
I saw a really disturbing cartoon. It was like a suit that had the EA logo for the head, and it was a little small person with Respawn logo for their head. And it's like, so where are we going, EA? Oh, we're just gonna go. Are we gonna go make some great games? That's right. Come on, buddy. And we're just going out back. And then the EA like pulls out a handgun. And I'm like, it's sad but true.
That's so
'Cause
dark.
I
Anybody who
I'll never
wants
get a
to
Titanfall 3.
anyone who wants to get in bed with FIFA though, like, just don't trust.
It's sad. But
They're a gangster
that's
organization.
a whole other subject right there too. But
Go watch John Oliver. He'll fill you in.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, he did it.
oh, that segment on his show? Yeah.
Very informative.
Uh-huh. It really was. It opened my eyes up.
But if you can ruin a Star Wars game, then I will pretty much just buy. Like, Star Wars game. Okay, hang on. Where's my money?
Real.
Shut up and take my
Like,
money.
they'd even make it better from the original Battlefronts that they put out way back in the day on the Xbox.
And then I see this thing on Reddit about all the pay for play. Oh, that's disturbing. And he's like, hey guys, let us explain this to make it better. And it's like walking into a room that has a small fire in a garbage can. And then next thing you know, the whole house is on fire. It was the worst response. Like, I'm like, are they, like, as soon, hey, they responded on Reddit.
But I mean, yeah, they have a history of like convoluted and hard to understand updates.
There is an echo.
But I mean,
Apparently,
they have a history of like
everyone's hearing a really bad echo.
Do you have any of the sounds on?
Maybe those mics on by chance?
Because they just started hearing it.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Just started itching really bad.
We're just gonna turn the camera
Sorry.
on the itchy
I got
boy then.
scabies.
Just feel like
It's the scabies. My bad.
Fun story. Apparently, I had that when I was a kid. And
Well,
I don't remember this.
I got it from a cat when I was a kid. I lived in the country. That stuff kind of happened from time to time.
According to my mother, I did.
realize just now. I don't know.
don't remember this.
It's like a little. I think it's a little mic that gets. Is it a mic that gets in? Yeah, but I think there's some like STD thing that's also related to it as well because of the way it's passed from because it's skin contact kind of thing like ringworm in a sense. But man, I almost want to say it was like a mic. Hey, welcome to Health Talk on Super Cool Nerd News.
I'm a medical professional.
Asterisk. We're not
I
medical
got. I'm
professionals.
all about. I'm bro science. All I can tell you is what I remember or heard.
Okay, I think
No
we got that worked
facts.
out. So.
Gross science was my nickname.
Oh, nice.
Again.
You got a lot of nicknames.
It's yeah, that's not going away. anytime soon.
By the way, someone in the chat wants the Tron shirt.
Oh, you telling this
Doesn't
one?
everybody?
Do you recognize it?
It's from a certain Kappa
Sorry.
and Make It Happen.
All right, sorry.
Sorry.
Wow.
It's a recognizer. Is what's the name of the vehicle?
We only do super cool named things here.
Hey, I thought about them all
I feel
day.
like that was a good segue. Though.
Hey.
I feel like that
Oh,
should segue. I feel
good
like
point.
that's a good segue.
It is a good segue. Well, I do want
It's
to
a
go
very
ahead
good
because I know a couple people might be
Not
waiting
a
for this in
segue.
the chat. This week we are discussing things that took way too damn long to come out, and one of the things came out this week, and it's
Finally.
Look, I can actually hold it in my hand. It's a real thing. It's go ahead and touch it. It is a copy of
Whoa.
Kingdom Hearts 3 for the PS4, and honestly, because you guys have been really good to us, you watch our show, you like our stuff, so we're giving away a copy. And along with that, we have these honestly came with the game. It's pins of King Mickey and Sora.
Yep.
These are pretty nice. Is this the same kind that you got from the GameStop exclusive, or are they different?
No, mine was a special one that came with the
Okay.
pre-order.
I was curious. So, what do you have to do to win the game?
More or less what it is.
Cora, please tell them what they have to do because she came up with the rules for this.
To win the game or to win the game?
To win the game, you must play the game first and get good, son. But if you would like to win the game so that you can get good, all you need to do is like up this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below with your favorite Kingdom Hearts game. If you don't have a favorite, pick one. Just pick one. I will also be throwing in for the winner when we contact you a small little chibi of your favorite character from the franchise.
What? Some original art for Cora?
Some original art, and
What?
it
I
can.
wasn't paying attention to it. We were trying to remember the theme song from The Price is Right.
Sorry.
What the hell?
I love
It
that.
would make sense if you heard the conversation.
So you can Vanna White it.
Sorry, yes. Yes.
No, yes, just again, so if you win, you get the two fig pins, you get the copy of Kingdom Hearts 3, and you will get an original chibi from me with whatever your favorite character from the Kingdom Hearts franchise is.
That's awesome.
So that's all you have to do. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. Next Thursday on the show, first thing off, we will announce the winner, and it will be in the mail Friday morning, I promise you. So yeah, you get 2 pins, this, original artwork, keychain. We're giving it to you
How can you beat
For
that?
free.
for free.
That's amazing.
And I've only played a little bit of the game, and the art is great, the music's great. That's pretty much all I know. I haven't really had time to play it, so it's good though. I like it so far.
My coworker told me he came in and he looked exhausted. He had the bags under his eyes. He looked horrible. He's like, dude, I got Kingdom Hearts, and I stayed up till like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. I'm like, that good, huh? It's like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, that's bad out. Oh, awesome.
I haven't played it yet. I'm not gonna lie. I hear it's really good.
Yeah.
I will be playing it this weekend. I won't have time to play it since I've been planning for
Yes.
the game this
And
Saturday.
and all you people out there who are fans of our D&D session, we will be starting at 5 p.m. this Saturday because I have responsibilities at a con coming up. I'm hosting the cosplay contest at the North Texas Comic Book Show at the Irving Convention Center, February 2nd and 3rd. $20 entry to get in. It's one of the better shows to do around here. Lots of things. One thing I did want to spotlight on, that, and they asked us to, Tony Isabella is one of the creators of Black Lightning. And it is the beginning of Black History Month. He will be doing a special panel at the North Texas Comic Book Show. It's bound to be interesting. I actually kind of do want to hear his thoughts on this creator because it really did kind of bring black superheroes into the forefront, and I think he'd have a lot of stuff to say. So, Tony Isabella, North Texas Comic Book Show at the Irving Convention Center. Comicbooksdallas.com is the website. You can get tickets there or get them at the door. Pretty good venue for the size show they do, and they always have a really good cosplay contest, and I enjoy hosting it. So make sure you guys come out, see that. But after 5, we'll be back for what is bound to be a harrowing chapter of our D&D session. We're so ready for it. Our DM just kind of killed it right at the good part, you know.
Oh yeah,
But she did good suspense. Though.
I'm trying to hit on somebody right now. I didn't need the game to end right then.
Oh,
There's a pretty pink mermaid.
Let me tell you the reason why. It's because I hadn't made the map yet, and I didn't want to have to try to make it up on the
At least
fly.
she's honest.
But I've made the map now. I'm just filling it all with goodies.
Oh, good.
Except, you guys may not think they're goodies. I think they're goodies.
She's gonna put gelatinous blobs everywhere,
Oh.
and we're gonna try and,
I can't kill them though. Last time I
yeah,
tried.
all slashing damage. All of a sudden, there's 2,000 of them running around, and blopping around.
I only tune in for Jason's accent. Yes.
Do you tune in for my wandering accent?
No, that's accents. Just
It goes from Australian to Scottish to I don't know what.
I don't know. I really liked what was it? The Jamaican Celtic woman a couple weeks ago.
Favorite. Yeah, absolutely.
That's okay. Mine goes from existent to nothing really quick. Finally, just decided to drop it.
so. Back to the main topic.
actual
Now that we've gone into the
topic.
giveaway, because this game took 14 years.
Half of my life.
14 years to finally happen from Kingdom Hearts 2 to 3. Now, is it worth it? Well, that has yet to be determined. But there are a couple of things out there that we were wondering, like, was it actually worth the wait? Or should they have just let it die? And we compiled a pretty good list here of WoW. Like, I'm just going to take some, like, okay. One of my favorite movies of all time, Blues Brothers.
Okay.
It took 18 years to get Blues Brothers 2000, and honestly, we could have not. We could have. Now, I like all the music in Blues Brothers, but we probably could have done without that movie.
That was not John Candy. Why am I saying that? The dude
Oh, no, it was John Goodman.
Goodman. Thank you. Yeah.
And no, he was good because John Goodman can actually sing. So
Okay.
I love the music, and they had an ending jam session that was probably just expensive as hell to get through. Was it as good as the first Blues Brothers movie? Not by a long shot.
A shadow of it, basically.
But I got some good songs out of it. That's just one of the examples. And I couldn't believe this was 18 years. Like, I remember watching the movie like late night when I was a kid, and then in the year 2000, they're making a Blues Brothers sequel. What? But Belushi's okay. Let's just go with it.
Yeah.
Is that John Goodman? And I like John Goodman.
I do too. He's
So-
great.
Very talented.
Yes, seriously.
But some of the, of course, one that came out this year, also 14 years, Incredibles 2, which my kids were watching out there just now. Was it worth it? I'd say yeah.
I would say yeah.
Yeah. It not as good as I wanted it to be, but it was good. That movie could have been like within 6 years. Okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I guess part of the reason that because I love the original Incredibles. I think it's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
But I wasn't waiting for it, so kind of The Incredibles 2 came as like a surprise. Oh, and this is also good. So I wasn't like hanging on the edge of my seat. That's not a phrase. To get to The Incredibles 2.
Yeah,
I was
no, it's
glad
when
that
your
it came
seat
out.
is over your head
you're
and you're
hanging off
holding
of it.
on to it. That's a real thing, right?
I'm so far at the edge of my seat that the chair is irrelevant. Yeah. Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3. When's that coming out? Anyway.
Yeah, no joke.
Well, not as long as some of the other things on this list. Anybody want to take a couple off the list? Just
I think I will start with one of the ones that I think we all deeply, deeply enjoyed. The sequel, and that would be Indiana Jones and the Crystal
It was perfection.
So it was so. No, it was terrible, and everyone knows it.
What's the young lad that was in that played his son?
Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah, that was
Shia
just-
LaBeouf.
Yeah.
who does just weird things
I
now.
think, it was his son, right?
Yeah,
because
they established that he
at
was.
the end, it's just like
What?
because he hooked up with Marilyn, I believe her name was,
Yeah.
right? And you know how they got married at the end,
Yeah,
and she was
yeah.
like, "Hey, Indy, it's your kid," and they're like, "Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, it wasn't good."
Just throw that speaking of
Yeah.
garbage fire.
Let's just start at the beginning. That refrigerator in the newspaper.
Hey, are you telling me you can't survive
I
a
am-
nuclear
I
blast?
am absolutely saying you would not. There'd be Indy smoothie
concussion.
leaking
The
out of that
The
thing.
concussion blast alone would just liquefy you.
I wanted to like this movie, and that's how they start out with. I'm sitting there like, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake.
I feel bad because I love Harrison Ford.
Yes.
But he's up there in his age. He's not. You don't see him doing all the stunts anymore.
Even worse to survive inside a refrigerator in a
Yeah.
nuke blast.
And they're making another one.
I know.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I know. Aliens.
I
Those
don't know.
aliens.
I don't know. Money.
Give
Gotta
us
be
another
money.
one, Cass. Give us
Okay. This is one that I really like, but I know a lot of people didn't. We're talking Ghostbusters. I don't know if it falls under sequel or reboot.
It counts as reboot because
Reboot.
however,
Yeah.
we are getting a sequel.
We are.
We are getting
so we might be revisiting this
Are
topic
we-
at some point.
Are we interested in a sequel?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I'm interested to see what
Only
they
because I love the original cast, and of course, it's not all of the same people. Like Rick
Well,
Moranis isn't in there.
Can't be all the same.
No,
people.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
because Ramis
Yeah,
passed
I'm
away.
not trying to be harsh.
But
about
his
it,
son's
but-
directing it, which is kind of cool.
Jason Reitman.
Yeah.
No, it's Jason Reitman's. It's Ivan Reitman's son.
I thought it was.
Nope.
Man, I misread that one. Yeah, dyslexia, yay.
Hooray!
But yeah, I'm willing to see it. Maybe not like an opening night kind of movie. Maybe like the Sunday
like a Redbox
after.
movie.
Okay.
Yes.
So that one's irrelevant. That one, no, pick another one. Pick another one.
Okay. This one,
Try and lean into your mic. People can't hear you in
Okay.
the chat.
Art movie.
okay, so here's one that I thought was really interesting and I didn't expect to like, but I really did, was Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3, of course, Toy Story 1 and 2 came out for me when I was that age, and Toy Story 3 came out when I was a senior in high school. So I bawled at the end of that movie with him leaving his toys for the next generation.
11
I-
years.
Hashtag spoilers.
Spoilers.
I think we're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can you guys share that microphone?
This one's better.
We can't hear that one apparently.
What number do you have, Cass?
She should have two.
have
Dos.
two.
Is the pin all the way up?
Almost.
Really?
Is the mute button up?
Yeah.
Oh,
You get the same mixer I
Oh,
got.
yeah?
Sometimes you gotta push that mute button up and down a few times. I'm having problems with my mixer.
mine too. So
Yeah, okay, so
give a check there. Does-
I've turned it up all almost
can you
all-
hear her? Okay.
Is there a gain control in the thing?
I can just hear.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Go
No,
ahead, pick
I can
another.
lean into this. So what I was saying is Toy Story 2 to Toy Story 3, I really enjoyed. One that I'm not sure about is Clerks 2. Clerks 1 versus Clerks 2.
It's a very different movie. I like both of them a lot, but it's not.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
I love the characters. I love seeing them together, kind of thing. But you're right. It's like the first one was so like epically cool, black and white. You know, it was real.
Shot on a budget of
Exactly,
$25,000
you know.
that they saved.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they returned the cameras after they shot the movie because they couldn't
Cheap
afford to
bastards.
keep them. They literally couldn't
But it was
afford
such
it.
a great flick.
It really is. I like it. I like the second one. I really do. I just don't see it as a continuation of the first
The
one.
first one was epic. This one was like, yeah, it was good.
It was just different.
Yeah.
It's like how you don't compare, I don't know, like you wouldn't compare, what is the name? Thank You for Smoking to Dumb and Dumber. They're different comedies.
Gotcha.
Also on the list. I want everybody's opinion on this one. The first Dumb and Dumber. Great movie. I liked it.
Iconic.
The second one. 20 years for the sequel.
And it should have
Too late.
never been made.
Nah.
Thank you.
I
a
thought
money
it
grab.
was
I loved
funny.
it.
Here's the thing about Dumb and Dumber. It is so hard to follow a movie like Dumb and Dumber because it's such stupid humor. I felt like the second one delivered on the stupid humor front, and that's all I wanted.
And we're just
I
going to ignore
loved-
that other one, the Dumber and Dumber.
Yeah, no.
Dumber.
Oh,
That
yeah,
never
let's
happened.
talk about that.
Oh, is that
No.
not the?
When
Oh,
they-
then
when
I
they were
haven't seen the
kids.
second one.
There's a Dumb and Dumber 2.
It's
but
dumb
it's,
and dumber.
But then there's
They're children.
yeah, no, we're not talking about that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we're
We're
going to
talking
ignore that one.
about the one with the same characters, not their kids.
Yeah, I never saw them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
It
haven't seen
was
that one.
really funny,
Yeah.
actually.
I had a running gag with like
like those two
somebody
guys.
blending into the atmosphere. like into the vending machine and him walking out, just being
maybe I should give
painted
it a try.
exactly like the
Maybe I should
vending
give it a
machine.
chance.
If you like the first Dumb and Dumber, I would
was
definitely
fine.
recommend the second one.
Okay.
Very much in that vein, Zoolander and Zoolander
Yeah.
too.
I never saw the sequel to that one. I was so
They're
scared that it was
so
gonna be bad.
funny.
Really, it was good.
It was very much in the
Okay.
humor of the
Or
original.
you got any movies from this list that you want to?
It was 2001 to 2016.
Not
so
really.
15 years.
All of mine are like.
I'll
an
let you get to the
anime.
manga one. Well, she's got a section. In
Oh
it.
yeah, she got. she's gonna take over
Some of
when
the
it comes to
longer
anime.
ones.
Unfortunately.
Tron.
Oh,
28 years.
Didn't see the original.
Didn't see either one.
Blade Runner. 35 years.
I loved it.
But this is not the longest one.
Loved it.
It was good,
You
right?
pointed out the
Soundtrack
longest
was
one.
amazing.
Soundtrack, and they got Deakins back.
Roger Deakins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the cinematography,
And-
so
it was so good.
Okay,
beautiful.
so Tron,
and so-
worth it or should have died?
Yeah, no, loved it.
I did.
I
like
saw it a few times in IMAX, man. I took my different friends to go see it just because it's not like I'm the biggest Tron fan in the world, but just because with the soundtrack that
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk put together,
That was
between
good.
that and just the visualizations that they
Yes,
used,
absolutely.
I was like, man, this is a good Blu-ray or 4K type of movie to own if you have a 4K or 8K TV. Because just how pretty it is. It's so just.
I'm a
the
sucker for
colors.
glowing.
Yeah,
Just
me
like
too.
technical
What is up with that?
glowing
Let's face it, it was
stuff.
done a lot better than the 80s movie. Come
Oh,
on.
but I loved.
I mean, I still love
loved
it,
yeah.
but it looked
him-
better, okay?
Even the arcade game is, a lot of people make fun of it because it's not that great of an arcade game. But as a kid, I was obsessed with it because of how much I liked the movie, and it had that cool blue clear plastic controller,
Yeah.
and you got to do the light cycles and then shoot the little spider bugs and all that other stuff.
I'm a sucker for all of that. And Tron is really important in cinematography
CGI.
because wireframing, that's how we built the
One of the first
basis for
ones,
3D
yeah.
models.
That Last Starfighter was one other earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I'm waiting for a thing. Are you looking at the chat too? Or
So,
Captain's like, you better not.
Yeah, John is like, do not talk bad about Blade Runner.
No,
Actually,
I
no,
loved Blade Runner
It was a little
2049.
long. I prefer to watch it at the house because I got
You're
a bad.
calling the sequel to Blade Runner
Yeah.
a little long?
Well, I got
I
a bad.
mean-
I have a really bad. I had back surgery,
Okay.
so it's like I can only sit in those chairs comfortably for
You
so
said
long.
you still had ADD meds somewhere.
I do.
Pop a couple
Yeah.
of those. And
No,
watch
they
it
make
again.
me want to do things. I don't
Oh
have.
yeah, I can't watch movies
it's-
at home.
Oh, see, I love-
on
Oh really?
meds
Oh
because I
no.
want to do stuff.
Yeah.
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 But I'm more comfortable at my house on my couch, and
That's
it's
fair.
easier for me to get through 3 hours worth of a movie at the house.
I will say I wasn't waiting for Blade Runner 2049.
I mean, I
like
think-
I didn't know that it was coming.
It was
far enough in
35 years.
advance.
I think we just let it go. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of us were not even alive when the first one came out. Some,
Ew.
Yeah.
some of us. Anyway,
Speaking. Oh, no.
Did y'all watch the little shorts that they made?
Oh, yeah.
Those were good too.
Mhm.
Even the animated one about the blackout. That was. I wish I saw some. I actually missed one. So like I wish I would have caught it because it would have made sense with Drax's character, whatever his name is, that was in the movie. Because it didn't really make sense why he hunted him down and killed him off the bat real quick, you know?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was something you kind of accepted. but-
I mean,
Yeah.
I just rewatched the original, so I didn't even notice.
We're still
So,
talking about Blade Runner?
Yeah.
So here's a good one though.
I haven't seen the new one.
20 years between Independence Day and whatever that sequel to Independence Day was.
Can we just agree that that was terrible? Move on.
That movie
I
should
didn't
have
even
died.
see it. And
I
I
didn't
know it
even
was
see
terrible.
it. Its reviews, like from everyone
I
I knew,
watched that.
and the critics were
It's
so
on
bad.
HBO, I believe, and I tried to watch it, and I gave it like 5 minutes before I was like, not gonna do this movie. This is not good at all.
I don't want to ruin the original. I love the original so much. Like, I think the original holds up
Oh,
over
and the-
time.
I think the original, but this one,
I love
oh
the
man,
original, yeah.
I
Come on, man.
I forget. I think I actually rented it on Amazon because I was like, okay, let's see how bad this is, and I paid money. Damn.
I've done that a few times.
Even with Goldblum, yeah, I love that one.
If we do want to go for straight up time between movies, it's got to be
Go.
Mary Poppins. It's 54 years
Wow, I
in
did.
between the first one and the sequel. That is so long. And the sequel, if y'all have seen it, it was amazing. I loved it.
It was good. I finally went to go see it because I'm not a huge Mary Poppins fan.
Oh, I loved it.
I never
How
liked
can
the
you
original.
not be?
I just didn't. It wasn't my thing, man.
Shibbity,
But I've seen
shibbity,
it.
shibbity.
We made Ricardo watch it at our house one night. We started it
started-
at 3:30 in the morning. He was getting ready to go. We're like, sit down. We're watching this movie. So
Because it's been out forever. When I was a
Yeah.
little kid, I've had cable one way or the other growing up all my life, kind of thing. Stolen. My dad. So it used to play on cable a lot back in the day when I was a little kid, and I'd watch it. It always blew my mind when they went into the cartoon world. I was like, that was the coolest thing I had ever seen when I, kind of thing when I was growing up.
it's fun watching it now for me because I can sit there and disseminate how they did it with the technology that they had.
Right.
It's still impressive.
It is.
For the time, it's outrageous. I feel like we have to throw out an honorable mention that's not on this list. In Top Gun, Maverick's coming out in 2020,
Oh,
and the original came out in 1986.
it still has to be a thing. It still needs to exist.
I don't know if it'll be good. It's too soon to tell.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's not even a real movie yet. It's not yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this was.
no,
until-
just
I'm
an
not holding-
honorable
I'm
mention
not holding
for
my breath
like.
for it.
I have to give props. He might be nutballs, but Tom Cruise, he looks good for how long it's been. Like, good for him.
I was about to say he's on some HGH. He's got to be. He's in
Who
great
isn't
shape.
these days?
I know, for real, right?
But
Well-
he's keeping it tight, relatively.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, this is not just limited to a movie thing because our own anime expert over there
Yeah.
came up with some pretty good ones here that I was kind of like, huh. Cora, please elaborate on these.
All right, well, some of these aren't, I guess they don't count because they're more so just on an indefinite hiatus now. Well, except for Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter has gone on hiatus and then off hiatus almost constantly. Like, the longest it's been on hiatus has been 2 years for no reason that I'm aware of. Like, the manga will just go on hiatus and never appear again until, for one volume. But the one that there are two on here, they both took 10 years to release the next part.
Wow.
You have, there's an anime called Mushishi, which is probably one of my favorites. It's really relaxing and really nice and really pretty. Between season 1 and season 2, we had a 10-year gap.
Jeez.
And it was absolutely worth the wait because for the music alone, because the music is incredible and unlike anything I've heard. The next one is Dian Angel. Dian Angel is a manga and an anime that came out early 2000s. And we've been waiting since 2008 to finally get a continuation of the manga and actually have an ending. We never got the ending. And they finally announced last year that they're going to finally finish it this year. And that was probably the most startling thing to see because I stopped reading it. So I thought it was done. So oh, it's over now. And then all of a sudden it's by the way, it's coming back now. What? And I'm throwing in an honorable mention because I loved this one as well. Katsukyo Hitman Reborn. This one's more of a technicality. The manga finished in Japan, but they never finished serializing it over in America. They stopped at volume 11 of 44.
I hate when they do that.
And the only reason Viz will not continue releasing the manga is they don't think it's profitable. So.
You know what else is like that? Evangelion.
Oh, Evangelion?
Yeah.
Oh,
That one's we've been waiting for the last movie to be put out forever, and apparently it finally got released in Japan last year. So I think we're just waiting for it to be Americanized and brought over here.
I don't like.
You don't like that one?
I don't like Evangelion.
I've been a big fan for years.
I like Evangelion.
Evangelion?
Just as a name, I like that better. Also, incidentally, my nickname in high school.
Another one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We gotta get a list going of all these nicknames.
Oh, by the way, I also didn't know this, but apparently Berserk is still a thing. I thought it ended.
It's on
still
Crunchyroll.
Well, no, I mean the manga is still a thing. It's still being serialized, but it's on an indefinite hiatus as well.
Lovely.
So many hiatuses in the manga world.
Yeah.
Longest between season break that I forgot about completely that I can think of is Arrested Development. It went
how many
2001 to 2003.
When Netflix brought it back.
Mm.
And then was brought back as just a regular series.
Is it a
like
sequel
7
or is it
years
just a-
later. It's
It's
not.
just a continuation.
It's a continuation.
Well,
I just mean between seasons
yeah,
of a
yeah.
TV show.
You could put Futurama and Family Guy.
Futurama
Well, not
was-
Family Guy so much. They weren't.
Family
they weren't
Guy
out too
hasn't
long.
been. It's just hit or miss, and the comedy. It's mostly misses, honestly.
X-Files would be another one of those.
Ooh,
X-Files
good
is
one.
15 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't the same.
It wasn't
show.
great,
It wasn't the
no.
same show. I tried watching
Joe
it.
McHale was funny.
Yeah, but it's like it just didn't feel like it had the same vibe like it originally did.
It didn't. Like, there's something off
'Cause I
in their
loved
chemistry.
it. I was really into alien conspiracies back in those days too. Probably that fed into it when I was young. But I really.
But I
appreciate
think that's kind of part of it is that we don't actually have a lot of alien conspiracies anymore, and like
Yeah.
the whole like the government is sabotaging us.
Yeah.
That's not a funny thing anymore.
I guess
That's
not.
like
it's
it's
too
more
real,
terrifying
right? Yeah,
than
it's too
anything
real.
else. It's
Yeah.
not like a ooh, what if this happened? It's like a ooh, this is absolutely
This
happening.
is going to happen.
Oh yeah, the chat says Will and Grace. Good,
Oh,
good
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Good show.
That's
Good
Holy
guy.
crap.
That's what 17 somewhere in there.
Wow, is it that
I don't
long?
know. Not that long. I
Yeah.
don't think it was a minute though.
Man.
Yeah. Doctor Who was 16 years.
Yeah,
if
that
you
was a
don't
big-
count the 1996 movie.
Oh yeah, because
Which
the
was
lab,
garbage.
Right when they brought it back with Eccleston.
And this isn't solely just TVs and manga, and I would like just,
Manga.
if I could just shut up.
If you could just shut
If I
up.
could just have the camera for a moment, I want to talk. Nintendo, where are my damn Metroid games?
Yes,
Yes.
preach,
I would
preach.
like to go off on a little just Metroid, 1986.
Yep.
Jason got this game, loved it, played the crap out of it. Samus is a girl. Okay, fine.
Justin Bailey.
Yeah, no, that was the co-gen.
Yeah, to get that suit.
And then there was something out that came out for the virtual console, the Metroid 2 Return. I didn't have that system, okay?
Is that you talking about the red
Yeah,
one
I
that
think
everything
that's
was
what.
in
No,
red?
that was Virtual Boy, but there
Okay.
was a 3DS virtual console. It was on Game Boy.
They had one on
And
the
then
Game Boy.
It came out on 3DS.
Samus's Return. Yeah, I
But
had that one.
that wasn't the same, okay?
It was still good though.
But then I had a Super Nintendo and I got Super Metroid
Metroid.
in
One of the best games ever made.
1994.
Right.
Yes.
So good.
And then I had to wait until 2002 when I got Metroid Prime,
GameCube, right?
GameCube.
Yeah.
And then we ran good. We got Metroid Fusion, Metroid. Let me see. It was Metroid
Prime.
Fusion, then Metroid Prime, then Zero Mission, then Two Echoes, then Pinball. Why? I don't know. Anyway, Hunters, and then Corruption, and then Other M in 2010, and here I am, Metroidless in 2019. I know there's a Metroid Prime 4 that is to be announced that has been set back yet again.
It's because they had to scrap it and start over,
Really?
according to the chat.
I mean, I would rather them do that than put out
I
garbage.
understand now.
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
want a bad Metroid game. I don't. But when I saw that cancellation,
Broke your heart a little bit.
I was already in motion to flip the table that I was reading. Like, okay, wait.
Prime was such a great game too. I really
And it was
loved
one of those, yay, I'm playing Metroid again. Okay, it's different, fine. I'm still playing the game. I like it.
It's one of the reasons I got the GameCube because of it was on there.
Yeah.
And there was a
It's
Star
one
Wars
of the
game
like
too.
3 reasons to get the GameCube.
Hey, the GameCube was an amazing system.
It was a great
You know,
system.
I got
It
it
did a lot of
like
good
a
games.
couple of days before it actually came out. I don't know what. This guy, I was in Walmart, in Corpus
This
Christi.
guy
you?
opened his jacket
Late
and was
night.
like, "What
Well,
about
I
it?"
was one of the people that works in the Walmart.
Like,
And
why
he
is
was
this
like-
called GameTube?
He was like, "Hey man, you gonna get the GameCube?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You want
Knock off.
GameCube now?"
Oh, yeah?
He's like, "Give me $20."
What?
What?
What kind of GameCube
What?
is this?
And it was the game. It was the Nintendo GameCube. He was like,
Really?
"What game do you want for it?" And I got I think Rogue Squadron was the first one I got.
Yeah, that was cool.
And yeah, so I had the GameCube early, and he scanned it and everything, and I gave him $20.
No way.
And just walked down the store like, what's gonna happen here? Am I gonna get busted? for this?
Right,
Like,
they're gonna tackle you
So,
as you go
yeah,
out.
somebody tackles
Right.
you.
But I had also seen the list of all the games that were coming. And I knew I was going to get that GameCube.
Okay.
Just for Metroid and of course Star Wars. Which, by the way, where's my Star Wars Rogue Squadron game? But that'll come later.
Some of the most
It's sitting in
expensive.
development hell with all the rest of the Star Wars games.
After EA
They
loses
put
the
EA
license.
in trouble.
If you're a collector of games, some of the two most expensive ones that you can come across is the Prime. There was a 3-pack that you can get. It had all the primes that were on it, and also the Zelda pack, which is the one that I got. The Zelda one has 4 Zelda games on it, and I think you can get it from Amazon. I think it's like $200, and then the Prime pack I think is like close to $300. But yeah, they're not cheap just because nobody bought the system.
Yeah.
So there's a high demand for those games that weren't out there readily available.
Right.
I have to say about Metroid that, like, props, if you're going to say this isn't up to our standards and invest in it.
True that.
Like,
Okay.
it shows that they're not just throwing it out there for the
Breathe.
fans. Like, they want to make a quality product and they want a good continuation of the legacy. So
I'm
that's,
fine. I'm fine
As
with
long as
this.
it's good.
yeah.
But when I saw that,
You don't want Fallout 76 with Metroid. You don't want that.
They're introducing PvP.
Okay.
Really?
Fallout 3 to 4, 7 years. Which, honestly, a lot of the stuff that I was reading on games, 7 years is kind of like the
not a long
natural
time.
order of
I'll
things.
give you,
so-
like, just a 10-second overview. They cannot hire enough coders. There are not enough
Right.
people who know how to do it to code. Like, basically, like, if you're going, learn coding, learn how to code games, you can make a fortune.
Just long hours.
I guarantee you, any good coders from Telltale have a job. Like,
Yeah, exactly, right? They have somewhere to go.
yeah. That's why you don't see companies, like, lay off coders, usually. They reappropriate them to
No, they're a
different
valuable
projects. Yeah.
Yep.
Stay in school.
And learn
And-
coding.
Learn coding.
Oh, by the way, Will and Grace, for those people that were wondering, what 1998 to 2006, and then
Jeez.
2017 until who knows.
Okay.
So 11 years.
Okay.
All right. Well, we've reached the end of this. Well, end of this list. There's plenty of other things that could have gone on here, but make me a damn Metroid game. There, I said it one more time for the end of the show. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us out there. We appreciate you coming by to watch us every week. We will be live on Saturday at 5 p.m. for our D&D game. We have a special video coming from Cora. You're going to be doing something. So look for that video, hopefully Sunday-ish. If you got some...
Look Sunday-ish for a video from Cora about something.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the whole thing. It's her thing. It's Cora's Corner. It's back. And also, don't
Yeah.
forget, if you want to win this and that other thing over there, comment, like, and subscribe.
To any of our channels?
Nope, just to the YouTube one. We will be doing giveaways for the Twitch and Facebook channels, but we're going to be doing a giveaway at least once a month, possibly twice a month. Might be a small item. I didn't want to give away something good this time. If you haven't gotten your copy of it
And
yet,
every
The rest
time,
of the times aren't going to be good
all
things.
of
the
the
rest of the
giveaways
time
will
is
be good.
rest of this empty whiskey bottle
I
that
was
I
about to
drank out of.
say, yeah, next time you
But
get
not
a
on the
rusty
show.
bucket.
This fine writing instrument, it's slightly used.
It's signed by the cast.
No,
so
there
it's
will be
actually
more-
less valuable.
There will
You get a clean bucket than the month after.
It's better than locks of hair that I'm going to sell off. And then like, it's going to be
Creepy.
creepy.
Interesting.
Anyway, that is it, guys. Make sure you do all that. You can win you a game. We'll announce it at the beginning of next week's show. And, well, there was one other thing, and we're just going to keep passing it by. I got to drink a pizza smoothie.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the last time Aaron was on the
That's
show.
right, yeah.
We made a bet.
And that's why
he made
I
a
mentioned it.
stupid,
So
I was pulling
stupid
for you
bet.
too, man, because I really wanted to see Bumblebee do successfully well.
So,
Unfortunately.
It did well.
Right, but just not as
So the bet,
well.
for those who don't recall, was whether Bumblebee or Aquaman would make more its opening weekend. I don't even know why he made this bet with me.
Because he
I was-
loves Transformers.
because I'm cocky and arrogant.
So am I, but I don't make bets about things that I think I'm probably not. So I was like, no way.
Here's the deal. Anybody, chat, y'all get to pick an ingredient. It doesn't. It may not go in there because they're going to end up picking the ingredients. I'm going to leave that up to y'all. We're only doing tomatoes, well, the pizza sauce and cheese. That's the only thing we're putting in there. It has to be on a pizza. If you come up with something wacky, you better show me the pizza that it's on. Okay? Don't be coming up in here with
A
like
video of you eating the pizza.
Yeah.
It's on.
and
Nothing
please,
poisonous.
and please, nothing that will kill me, like a ghost pepper. Okay, I don't want Please don't do anything on murder.
You're giving us ideas.
That's actually
No, I
not
don't.
bad,
No,
yeah.
no. I don't think I can
hadn't
do
even
that.
thought of the spicy realm.
I don't think that I could do the ghost pepper.
Just
thing.
did Zest Fest too, and man, I did some hot stuff out there.
So, yeah, I'm leaving my fate in their hands, and we will grind up some gross stuff, and I'll, take my punishment.
Maybe he'll learn a valuable lesson about not
Probably
arguing with
not.
Kat. But I'm hoping not, because more in the future, fun for me.
So, okay, that's it. Guys, thank you for joining us out there. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, as we always say around here,
Where can we find you?
oh God, I didn't.
As we always say around here, you
No.
can find us different places.
So, in the thing, if you want to follow each one of us
say.
individually,
We
I'm
always say that.
She keeps
Find
pushing
me
me
on
along.
Instagram.
Well, you keep dragging things out.
If you want to follow us individually, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonTheX.
You can find me on Instagram at BetterCat. You'll find me when Overwatch League starts 2 weeks from today at TwiatchBadMoon.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Cass_Bradley. That is KAS_Bradley.
And I'm part of the Wonder Twin Powers Activated show with my best friend Danae. Hey, Danae. You can just find us on all the good ones. YouTube, Facebook, Instagrams. We're there. Just look for WTPA show. And right now we're doing a Game of Thrones challenge where we're watching all the Game of Thrones Monday through Friday, one episode a week until it ends. And by then, the new season will start. Yeah. So,
Yay.
You got the timeline worked out and everything?
yeah, basically, yeah.
Nice.
Cora?
All right, you can find me on Instagram at Korodono, KORODONO, where I post sporadically with artwork and cosplay related things. Or if you want to scream at me scream with me into the void about Suikoden,
Or
you can,
at her.
or at me, I'll accept that too. You can find me on Twitter at Hawk's Perch, where it's mostly a Suikoden Twitter at this point with some other little things in there. Please join me. I don't like being alone in this. Ow.
Yeah. What do we always say though?
So, anyway,
I
and of
always say
course, you want to
something. I
follow
feel like
us
we always say something.
on Twitter and Instagram at SCNS Live and Facebook.com/SCNS Live. But until next week, guys,
Keep on nerding.
Oh,
Which one?
Don't shoot.
Don't shoot.
don't shoot! No shooting!
Shoot him.
Wash your eyes.
Shoot him.
It's not.
Because you
Oh,
suck.
honey.
No.
We're praying for
I
there.
wanted to shoot so bad.
We out.
All right, that is our show. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to check out the live video version of this, you can find it at YouTube and Facebook. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, all at SCNS Live. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week.